If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room, what's going on, man? Happy Tuesday. You know what time it is, man. You know, usually we don't do the shows on Tuesdays or Thursdays, but when things spark my interest, I can't help but to speak on it. And where else to speak about it but here on the GMS show. Thank you for tuning in. If you are watching right now live, make sure you tap into the live chat. Let me know you are in here kicking it with your boy, man. Today we got some things to talk about, and it's only gonna stay on one topic, man. I'm not gonna be here long I'm not gonna waste y'all time for too long, man. So please stick with me for this topic, man. We got some things to discuss, man. It's bigger than what you think. It's bigger than just a beef and a bickering going back and forth. This has to do with our culture and how people view us and how people want us to stay in the same mindset as we were before and not allow us to elevate or become better people overall. Now, if you haven't heard, Math Hoffa, who is a battle rapper turned podcaster, he had Troy Ave on his show. We talked about this on Monday, but some things went down last night that made me want to speak about it again. Math Hoffa had Troy Ave on his My Expert Opinion podcast, where he talked about some things. And of course, you know, there's a case going on with Troy Ave and another case going on with Taxstone, and all of this has to do with it. So one thing that they did was, one thing that happened was, Mac didn't like the way that Math had Troy on the show. For whatever reason, China Mac felt the need to speak out about it and let it be known that this is it wasn't very street of him to have Troy Ave on his show, and that he didn't respect Math anymore. Now, as to why he did that, I don't know. I really don't. But it caused a back and forth, and it kind of sparked a response from Math that didn't necessarily come from him directly. It came from a past episode that he had that featured China Mac on it, where he talked about protecting his community first, his Asian community first, and talking about the things that he does and the initiatives he takes to see less violence and less things happening in his community, the Asian community. But China Mac likes to reinforce stereotypes in the black community. See, a lot of people like to cosplay black people and then try to validate it by saying, well, I grew up in the hood. Even though when they speak on their families, like their father, their mother, or their grandparents who grew up in that same exact hood, these same people aren't walking around cosplaying black people. As a matter of fact, they're telling them to stay away from black people. It's a lot of people's infatuation with black culture that leads them to try to talk like us, dress like us, sing, rap, dance like us. So they like to keep us in a certain box. And when they see black men specifically who were once in the street or once involved in street activity turn and do something more positive with their life and more legit with their life, people try to not let them forget who they are. Whether you're somebody in the right-wing media who's uptight with mayonnaise in your mouth, or whether you be a nigga from the hood that don't like to see somebody doing something better with themselves and more positive, so you try to bring them back down to where you at. Now, I saw Mav's angle when he posted that video, and I said it yesterday, but he reinforced it when he went live to talk about the situation on his platform. Now, China Mac went on IG Live to respond to Mav's live, and Mav said, fuck it, I'm gonna virtually pull up on him. And this is what happened. But first, before I get to both of them on live, I want you to hear China Mac's response before Mav joins in on his live. Listen to what he had to say.
Why am I not mad at Vlad? Why am I not mad at Adam 22? Why am I not mad at Noriega? Even though Noriega, I expect more from him. I expect more from him too. I expect more from him. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know he had him on the show. I'm disappointed in Noriega, but I never met Noriega. I never shook his hand, and he never called me a real one. Vlad is Vlad, bro, but Vlad is Vlad. Vlad doesn't come from where we come from. He doesn't come from that. Adam 22, they don't come from that. But Noriega and Matt, Vlad, Hoffa, and Matt and Justin, whatever the fuck your name is, Justin, we come from that. We come from the same place. So I thought that we would uphold to certain things, man. Real shit, real people shit. You feel me? I can't expect Vlad to do that. I don't expect Adam 22 to do that. I do expect somebody that shot at entourages, somebody that was robbing shit, somebody that was punching people in battles and shit. Yeah, I expected you to live by that and say real shit. You know what? We not even gonna talk about that. I don't care.
He's expecting you to live by the mistakes and the negative stereotypes that you reinforce when you was doing street shit. Ignore the fact that you are on a legit path of becoming a podcaster, somebody in the media game, and somebody who's doing it very well, might I add. Forget all that. Forget all of that. Forget all the shit that you learned. Forget the growth. Forget the knowledge. Forget all of that, and go back to that dumb street nigga logic to fuck yourself over because you want to try to prove to other niggas that you still quote unquote about that life, or you still ready to live by some street code that's going to inevitably end you up in a fucked up situation. A lot of niggas, it's too late for them to turn back and make shit right because they already dug too deep out here in these streets.
Care if you talk about we're not even gonna mention his name. We're not gonna mention it at all, because what we say here could potentially sway a juror's decision, and we're not doing that. If he go to jail, he go to jail. If he spend the rest of his life in jail, he's gonna do that. But we're not gonna do that because we realer than that. We realer than that. Yeah. All right, so come on.
He said we realer than that. Well, this is what happens when Mav enters the live. Listen to this convo.
What's up, man? I'm glad you find it funny. I'm glad you find it funny, Justin. Yeah.
Raymond,
What's up,
your
Justin?
face is turning red, Raymond.
What's up,
Your
Justin?
face is turning red.
What's
Raymond,
up?
Let's be clear about something.
All right, let's be clear.
about something. You
Let's
went
be
live
clear.
on me, Raymond.
Uh-huh.
You went live. You went
Yeah.
live on Justin.
Uh-huh.
Raymond, you went live on Justin. That was unwarranted, Raymond, and you know it.
What you said? What are you talking about?
You went live on me, Raymond. You went
What do you
on
mean
live.
I went live
You
on
made a
you?
video. You made a specific clip saying I can no longer support Math Hoffa.
I was
You got
on.
my
Hold
number, Raymond.
on. Let me talk, Justin.
You got my number,
Justin.
Raymond.
Justin.
That,
Let me talk.
Raymond.
These
Let
niggas
me
trying
talk,
to call each other
Justin.
by their
Justin, let me talk,
legal
all right?
names.
Let me talk.
They
do
governments.
I
Let's
went
go.
on live. The whole live wasn't about you.
Mhm.
The whole live wasn't about
Understood.
you, Justin. I just said I went on live
Mhm.
and I just said somebody brought your name up in the chat
Uh-huh.
and I just said I can't fuck with that no more because I seen Justin go and have somebody talk about an active case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On his platform, and I expected better. And I'm not going to jack it no more.
Did
and
you
what I
watch
said
the video?
was
Did
my
you watch the
editor-
video, Raymond?
But listen to what I'm saying.
Did you watch the video,
Yes,
Raymond?
I watched the video.
Did you watch the video, Raymond?
I watched the video,
Before
Justin.
you said that?
I watched the video, Justin.
Did you watch
Oh,
the
hold
video
on.
before
I
you
seen
said
the clip.
that, Raymond?
I seen the clip. Listen to what I'm saying. I seen the clip, Justin. I
What was
seen
the
the
clip,
clip.
Raymond?
Hold on. Let me finish. No,
Raymond.
I seen my bro Zip with the Drip make a video. Then I went and looked at the clip. When I looked at the clip,
Stop following people, Raymond.
Hold on. When I looked at the clip, Justin, you said, what did you say? You said, okay, I'm not gonna have you talk about nothing you can't talk about.
Right.
But what happened? That's what you said. But what I'm saying is, a real motherfucker would have never even asked about it. A real motherfucker would. Hold on, let me finish. A real motherfucker would have never even set the table up for him to say anything that would have anything to do with it, because you could potentially sway a juror.
Now, answer this question. Did anything China Mac just say, did any of it apply to him? Did any of it have to do with him? Was his name mentioned? Was he brought up? Was he subbed? Was he shaded? Anything of that nature. Did it have anything to do with Raymond? Absolutely not. See, the way podcast beefs be going nowadays, people jump out the window because they want to be involved with the controversy. They want to try to siphon, the crowd from somebody else's side that's doing, like, that's how people start doing beefs and shit. Like, instead of trying to reach out and collaborate and, even speak positively about motherfuckers or, want to do interviews, people will go and just start speaking negatively and say some outlandish shit. Oh, I don't respect this guy no more. You don't respect him because he has somebody on the show that you didn't like. You didn't say you didn't respect him for somebody. Now, he claimed that Troy Ave was on his show snitching. But Troy Ave didn't say anything that he hasn't said since he's been doing interviews and talking about that situation. Nothing that Troy Ave said was new. It wasn't no new information. It wasn't anything that would harm anybody else's case. But this is where we're at.
Raymond, let's be clear on something, Raymond. I do not like Taxstone. I don't wish death on him, but I don't like him.
You said China Mac look like Ash Ketchum.
Raymond, let me talk. Now, when I asked him,
Pokemon!
I was not being malicious. I just didn't know what he could talk about. I know that they're both fighting separate cases. And I know that Troy was the only one charged
That's
with
funny.
Banger's death.
I can't unsee it now. Now that every time I look at him now, I think of fucking Pokemon now. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, LR. Nigga said, I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Do. To catch them is my grill tester. To train them is my cause. Hey, he said his grandpa didn't want him being around black people when he was younger, and he made a stand. I will go and make a stand. I won't listen to my grandpapa. Because he's racist and I am not. All right, I'm done.
Banger. The godmother of my daughters is Banger's girlfriend. I was at the hospital that night, Raymond. You understand? There's a personal connection there, Raymond. I don't think you understand that, Raymond. It wasn't none of it. They had nothing to do with you, and there was no reason for you to talk about
all right.
that. Because the same way.
You made your point.
No. The same way that he went on Drink Champs, Adam 22, Academics, and whatever platforms he went on.
Hey, he got an ascension.
He said the same things. And not once did he purposely or recklessly throw an implication out there that people are using as a clip. Nobody's using a clip from my episode on Look at Troy Ave Snitching. Nobody's doing that,
Bro,
Raymond.
on the thing. Hold on. You talking
Raymond.
too much now. You can't just keep on talking. You gotta let me talk.
Nah. He made a good point. This is what happens when people don't like to hear good points, or you make them sound like they're wrong about what they did because they jumped out the window. They'll start going and acting all extra. Oh, no. Let me talk. No, we already heard it. What China Mac did was jump out the window and try to say somebody was on Mav's podcast snitching when they never were. And when he found out that never happened, and instead he was just rather mad that Troy Ave was on the podcast, period, then it started looking weird for him.
You on my live. You ain't just gonna out-talk me, bro.
Okay,
Let me talk.
Because it's your live. You want to come over to mine?
Let me talk to, but you on here already. You on here already. Hold on. Let me talk, man.
Go ahead, Raven.
Listen, Justin, you said we got mutual enemies. Is that not what you said?
I don't think I use enemies.
You said
I probably said something like that.
You said
mutual haters.
Mutual enemies, right?
No, we got a mutual hater. I said we got a mutual hater.
Okay, you got a mutual hater, right?
Yeah.
So now you're setting it. You already know that. Listen, let me tell you something. I just don't think. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, right?
I do understand what you're saying.
I don't think you.
I don't think you watched the clip.
Oh no! Listen, I did what I just told you what you said on the clip,
you
bro.
remember what? All right, I'm not
what I'm
saying.
Hold on,
my question was.
Can I finish my point? Let me finish my point, bro. You know how to do interviews. Let the person speak, bro. What I'm saying is, if that was me, right? Oh, if that was me, what I expect of you, because you looked me in my eyes and you said you a real one, I'm a real one, we the last ones left. That's what you said.
Remember that, Raymond, but okay.
Oh, all right, whatever. Right. I have a video. I can show you the video. Now, what I'm saying now,
you still got the video.
At Sav's party, you said that to me. Fact.
Sav, this is your fault. Sav, this is your fault.
Now listen. This is your fault. Now listen. Now listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. A real one would have did this. A real one would have been like, yo, we got a mutual hater, right? That's what you said. We got a mutual hater, but we're not going to talk about him at all because he still has an active case, and we're not going to talk about it at all. That's it.
Nope.
Oh, that's what a real one would have did in my eyes. Not set the table up for him to talk about. You mad? Listen, you mad because he called you a bitch and pussy and all of that.
Let me talk. Your definition of what a real one is.
He tried to vicariously call this nigga a bitch through Taxstone. He didn't want to say it himself. He didn't want to call Math a bitch and a pussy straight up as China Mac. He wanted to say it through Taxstone's voice.
In mine, it's different. And that's fine. That's fine. You can have your own standard on how things are. However, it's a little hypocritical for you to come on my show and promote the Citizens Act. And after you could snitch on.
Here we go.
And then be talking this shit when it comes to that. It's a little
all right.
Now let me explain something real quick before he explains himself, because this is the contradiction of it all, and this is why Math is very confused as to why China Mac jumped out the window talking about you should be this or still be a street nigga or that's not street or you got a nigga. Nah. The Citizens Act. The people who run the Citizens Act, where people go to report crimes and to try to stop crime happening in the community, China Mac's friends, his direct friends, who he loves, who he talks to, who he communicates with, run that shit. And do you see Math going and saying, China Mac's not a street guy because he's out here trying to prevent crime from happening in this community? No, because that's what the fuck we supposed to be doing in our communities. If anything, people are supposed to be learning from that type of shit. If you don't want to see your mom or your grandmother, your grandfather, your kids, your nephews, your nieces, people that are innocent out here in these streets, if you don't want to see them harmed, you're supposed to be creating initiatives to try to prevent things from happening to them in your own community. Fuck the police. We supposed to be policing ourselves because we know the neighborhood like nobody else. We supposed to be the ones to champion and to be there for our community first. Keeping it and putting it in the other hands of people that aren't from there or have no idea about it besides what they hear and the stereotypes that they have implanted in their minds, those aren't the people we trust. But when you trying to keep one foot in and one foot out, that's what I can't respect. And I don't want nobody else to respect that dumb shit. Never respect a motherfucker that's trying to keep one foot in the streets and one foot out. Because that person will do anything and fuck themselves over. And it's never about anybody else but themselves. So I can't respect that. I can't respect that. But listen to his excuse for it.
Let me address that. By you saying that Citizen app is not a snitch app. Citizen app is that. Hold on, let me finish. Citizen app is for civilians and for citizens, right? For old ladies that, hold on, let me finish. For old ladies to know what's going on. Now, by your accord, bro, you could call the police on a cell phone. So you telling me because of that, nobody can use a cell phone? That you can call the police on the cell phone?
Can you report crimes on the Citizen app?
About? That don't even make sense.
Raymond,
that doesn't make sense.
Can you report crimes?
You are trying
crimes on the Citizen app?
What?
Can you report crimes on the Citizen app?
Can you report crimes on the iPhone?
He not making sense.
Can you report crimes on the iPhone?
Look, he trying to yell because he know he sounds stupid.
Crimes on the iPhone. You can report a crime on Instagram. You can report a crime on Instagram. What are you talking about?
I can't. There's not police activity there for me.
You don't even know what to say. You're tripping over your words.
No, I just
You're tripping over your words, Justin.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
You are.
You can report crimes on the Citizens app, just so you know.
But you can report crimes on the iPhone.
But the iPhone doesn't have a button that says, here, report a crime.
No, it has 911. It has 911.
The Citizen app definitely has a button that says, report this crime here.
911 button. Emergency. It has that. What are you supposed to say? Shit.
So when you came on the show, was you suggesting that all Chinese people that were victims of hate crimes take it to the streets? Is that what you were suggesting?
No.
Exactly.
What I was listen. The street
exactly.
is
Come
for
on.
street people. I thought you was a street person. I thought you came under that. That's why I held you to that regard. You can't expect. Hold on. You can't. Hold on. You can't expect an old lady. You can't expect an old. You can't expect an old lady to live by a street code. But I expected you to because you came from that. You're the person that you was shooting up shit.
You're not an old lady. You're not an old lady, Raymond.
I didn't.
You're not an old lady, Raymond.
I was talking about Citizen app for old ladies, for the people that was getting attacked. I wasn't talking about.
But you have it. But you have the app. You admitted that you have the app. I never had the app.
Who admitted I don't have the app?
The show. You was on the show. You actually know the people who run the Citizens app, right?
Yeah.
They're your friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you talking about, Raymond?
So what are you?
So what you talking about, Raymond? He knows the people. Those are his friends. Let me tell you something. China Mac wants to see less violence towards his own people, but will push negative in his own, or in our own, in ours, in the black community. Does that not seem odd to you? You so worried about snitching, and you so worried about something in the streets, in the street code, and trying to live by street values. I wouldn't even associate myself with the Citizens app. I would just encourage people who aren't in the streets, regular citizens, to report what they want to report when they do that. I'm not going to align myself with a crime app to stop it to report crimes if I'm so against snitching? See, this the backwards shit. Why are you trying to push our own to live by street codes, but then telling your people, hey, do what you need to do as a citizen to protect yourself? He wants Math to stay who Math was 10, 20 years ago. And I honestly don't understand that. And I'm not with it. Also, let's make it very clear. His community is not affected by him cosplaying black people. His community is not affected at all by him wanting to cosplay a black person or him wanting to reinforce negative stereotypes in the street. That is directly in effect to us as a community, not his. Let me ask you a question. Do you think if you ask China Mac how many black people he's harmed in the streets trying to be the street guy versus Asian people, what do you think? What do you think his answer would be? You think he'd be hesitant to tell you? You think he'll answer the question how many black people he's encouraged to beef with other black men opposed to Asian people beefing with other Asian people? His cosplaying of us does not affect his community. It only affects the people that he's trying to be like. That goes for the other guys that being like the white people who try to validate themselves for saying nigga because they've been around black people their whole life and grew up in the hood. And then got dumbass black people behind them talking about some, man, this cool, man, y'all don't know him, man. Y'all don't know what he been through. Y'all don't know. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because what Lil Johnny, who turns himself into Lil J 2 times with the comb over, what he does isn't affecting his community. Him cosplaying or her cosplaying a black man or black woman does not affect their community. When these dudes go outside and they want to live that street life and they be in certain neighborhoods, the crimes they commit is on black people. The beefs that they create or that they are involved in are with black people, not their own. I don't think people understand that type of shit, but that's how I look at this.
It sound like you trying to you don't even make sense. You listen, you're not even making sense, bro. You're not even making sense, bro. You're not making sense.
I'm making perfect sense.
You're not.
I'm making perfect sense.
You're just trying to twist shit. And you keep on holding those flowers like that shit something like, oh, yeah, come on.
Bro, you should look good.
Congratulations, though.
Don't lie.
Congratulations. No, listen, Matt, congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, me coming at you, it wasn't personal, bro. I'm just saying that I just expected you different. I expected something else from you. I expected you to say, you know what, bro, we not even gonna talk about that at all. But
how you putting so many expectations on a nigga you don't know? Like, they've met each other, they've done interviews together, they don't know each other like that. One thing people got to stop doing in this world is putting expectations on motherfuckers they don't know. You didn't grow up with this man. Y'all wasn't in the trenches together. Y'all wasn't beating niggas' asses together. Y'all wasn't out here fucking hoes together. Y'all knew each other from the space of media and rap. You don't know this man to sit here and say you expected him to do something.
That you set the table because you were dealing with your little
I'll be looking at this nigga the same way Math looking at him right now, like
TV. So you trying to like now you got the upper hand. Now you got the upper hand, so you want to.
Not really. If I wanted to, I could have gotten that shit. And I could have went stupid on tax in that clip. I could have went stupid.
Yeah,
I didn't do that.
So hold up. So why you allow him to talk bad? Why do you allow him to talk bad about your friends? The person with that major show pop. The person 5 mics. Why did you allow him? Why you ain't edit that clip out?
All right, gonna keep it 100 with you. 5 mics.
We're not gonna talk about 5 mics.
As far as 5 mics is not acting so friendly. There's a lot of 5 mics friends who are very upset with him right now because he's been moving real wacky. And 5 knows that. He knows that. He knows that. That's why when he came on your shit, he didn't go too crazy because he knows that. He knows he's bugging out. He knows there's like 7 people I could name that he's tripping right now. People that was fucking with him before he got whatever he got.
But there's 7 people that could say that you're tripping.
Hey,
I'm sure if we brought 7 people in here, they could say you're tripping. I'm sure if we brought Hollow the Dawn in here, Hollow the Dawn probably say you tripping. I'm probably sure there's a bunch of people that say.
Nah, I can show you a DM where Hollow the Dawn admittedly says, I'm hating on you. So, nah, I don't think that would be a good idea. As far as Bob was mad with Troy about $7,000.
Do you? Matt is a funny nigga, bro. If you didn't catch that, he said that he has a DM. You know what? Let me replay that. Let me read it.
So, hey,
I'm sure if we brought 7 people in here, they could say you're tripping. I'm sure if we brought Hollow the Dawn in here, Hollow the Dawn probably say you tripping. I'm probably sure there's a bunch of people that say.
Nah, I can show you a DM where Hollow the Dawn admittedly says, I'm hating on you. So, nah, I don't think that would be a good idea. As far as 5 was mad with Troy Ave about $7,000. I was mad that 5 did somebody close to me wrong that was protecting his life. He knows that. He knows he did wrong. He knows he did wrong. I looked into the camera and said, 5, you know what you did. It's what it is, bro. Mac, you went live on me, Mac.
I didn't go live. I did not go live on you. We could go back to the live. Listen, the whole live was not about you. It was 2 minutes about. It was 2 minutes about you. What are you talking about? You went live on me today.
But you let your editor tell you this is spicy.
No,
come on.
He said it was spicy. He put it up. I didn't. That was a whole piece. He put it up. That's his job. He's the editor. That's his job.
It's your channel.
That's your editor. That's his job. So I let it go. I let it go.
You should have said, nah, let me talk to Matt first.
Go crazy.
You should have said, nah, let me talk to Matt first.
Talk to you how you wasn't even answering. How I'm going to talk to you? Talk to you about what?
How you going to bring up Sab? How you going to bring up Sab?
How am I going to talk to you?
How you going to bring up Sab?
You wasn't even answering, number one.
Bring up Sab when, if you wanted my number,
but listen,
this is when it goes left.
I don't have your number, bro. I don't have your number.
Matt, you don't have my number?
I don't have words to my mother. I don't have your number. Look, right now, I don't have your number. I don't even have Sab number no more. Yeah, I don't even have Sab number no more. But here's the thing. Once I saw you do that, I was just like, you know what? I can't fuck with you. And all I did was just say it like on my shit. I didn't think that this shit was going to see a million. I didn't think people was going to see this shit. But honestly, me being a jail person and me fighting for my life throughout the system and all that, and me having all these people that's locked up forever in there, when you said that, I was just like, yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
He said him being a jail person.
You ain't even have to open the door for that. You ain't even have to open the door.
A jail person?
You ain't have to even let him bring up his name. I would have edited that whole shit out.
You're
like,
right.
why you bringing up his name, though?
You're correct. But this person didn't have to talk about me. He didn't have to talk about Troy.
But you're not in there fighting for your life.
I'm not saying I did it because of that. I'm not saying
what I'm saying.
Hold on. There's no clip. There's no clip, Raymond. You know there's no clip. You know you could go watch that and be like, nah, this shit ain't crazy. What you did was you listened to somebody and you thought what they were saying was factual, and you moved off of that instead of going to watch it yourself.
Welcome to society. That is society in a nutshell. You get fed little bite-sized pieces of some shit. It causes fake outrage until people see it as in its entirety, and then you have the people that make decisions for themselves or make a conclusion for themselves of the situation, and you have the people that still run with the clip or the narrative of what's going on because they want to be fake outrage or they need some content to talk about or to say some shit about somebody. Never jump out the window, especially if you don't have context with what the fuck is going on. That is something that China Mac did, and it's something that I cannot respect, and I had to come here to say something about it, because it's not just about what I don't respect about what he did. It's what I don't respect from people outside our community who try to reinforce the negative bullshit when people are out here trying to be legit and actually make something of their lives. You cannot make something of yourself in the streets. Every possible outcome of what's going to happen to you is not good. All the cool shit and the money or whatever the fuck, the bitches in between or whatever else you trying to do that you get the nice little temporary high off of will lead you in a permanent jail or a permanent motherfucking grave. So having these outsiders who we allow, which we have to stop allowing everybody to infiltrate this culture. You got to understand, these individuals cannot be the voices or be the people leading narratives inside of the culture, which is why I'm glad Math responded the way that he did, because we need to continue to respond that way. Math's response basically was like M'Baku and Black Panther. The nigga, the outsider here coming to say some shit. Nigga, you don't have a place in this motherfucker to say shit or to try to run or create any narrative or push anybody out of the culture who is of the culture. You do not have the right, you don't have the authority, and you damn sure ain't got the fucking power. And that's how I feel about this situation. GMS fam, the green room. I told you I wasn't going to hold you long. So I need y'all to do me a big favor. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. You can become a member of the GMS show by hitting the join button right below this video. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today. If you are feeling generous, I would most appreciate it. Guess what? I told y'all yesterday I had a ticket. I paid that ticket today. I looked that hearing officer in her fucking eyes. I said, listen here, bitch. Take this money and suck a dick. And then I hung up. That's all I have to say. When this live is over, leave a comment in the comments section as soon as the live is over. I will see y'all over there. There's a new video that has dropped on the channel. Go ahead and check that out if you will. GMS fam, put a GMS in the live chat. I'm about to shout everybody out. Let me know where you from. Where you from? Where you checking in from? Let me know your city, man. Shout out your city. Let me know where you from. See, a lot of people like to be stagnant. I see a lot of talk in my city talking about who's the best in Minnesota and Minnesota this, Minnesota that. Minnesota ain't the only place that exists, baby. This whole world is big. And I want y'all to let Minnesota know that the GMS show is not just Minnesota. Let me know where y'all coming in from. Check in. What city you repping? Shout out to Taj Dollars coming in from Fort Myers, Florida. We got Soul Sailing, Columbus, Ohio. My nigga Willie from ATL. Black Man America, he said, I'm from the U.S., baby. I understand. Forest City, Arkansas in the building. My guy, Toke Champs Podcast. Make sure you guys go and check him out. Subscribe to him, man. We got Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. Just that quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cities all across America. Keep shouting out your city, man. Where you from? Let these people know where you from, man. The GMS family expands further than Minnesota. I don't even think I got a couple people from Minnesota that watch this motherfucker. Not the people that's in the scene, though. We got Detroit in the building. He said GMS look like a happy mountain lion. Fuck you. I should play a new beat, shouldn't I? I should. Fuck it. I'm gonna play a new beat as we get out of here. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the GMS fam. I gotta get up out of here. I got some things to take care of. Hey, let's get it. GMS fam, the green room. If y'all also want to go and subscribe, or not subscribe, but you can go follow my Twitch channel. I'll be on there playing a lot of beats, a lot of things you haven't heard on here because of copyright issues. I'll be sampling a lot of songs. So if y'all want to hear some dope shit, y'all want to catch a vibe, man, catch me over on my Twitch. GMS fam, the green room, we out.